Hello and welcome back to the Pitwall Podcast, where this week we're going to be breaking down the Belgian Grand Prix.
What a weekend it was, Dawson.
Yeah, dude, this was a high and a low for me.
This was a low, a lower, and then an okay for me.
Yeah. I was watching this race and I was like, man,
At least
Nick's not happy.
No,
I am.
Honestly, you're going to be surprised what made me the most mad. And we're going to talk about it once we get into it.
All right.
But first, be sure to like, subscribe, and follow at the Pitwall Pod. In lieu of a quali in 60, it was a sprint race weekend. So if we have to, we'll talk about the... Yeah.
Max Verstappen.
Let me tell you something about the sprint. I really only have one thing to say about the sprint.
Mm-hmm.
Well, let me talk about sprint qualifying for a second.
Yeah.
Sprint qualifying was brutal because Lewis locked up in a way that he's never locked up in his career, and
Didn't seem like a world championship driver to me.
Oh my God, good Lord. What do you listen to the Jacques Villeneuve podcast?
No.
He said that Alonso is a better driver than him. Just by the way, I don't even know how it's possible considering. Anyway, so. He locks up and blows it. Meanwhile, Kimi Antonelli also goes P20.
Yeah.
Ouch. And then George Russell was P13. This might be the least enjoyable qualifying I've ever watched.
Yeah.
And it was a long break, so I'm like all excited. I'm like, yeah, it's Friday. We're getting a qualifying. Like, this is awesome. Got off work, went home, sat down, kept it unspoiled the whole day for the first time probably ever. Sat down, and I was just like, I should just got on my phone. I should not watch this. So I thought, it's just a sprint. Lewis is not in the competition for the championship. Yeah. Sprint points don't matter. It'll be fine, he says. And then we'll talk about qualifying in a minute. I got to say, man, for Max, that was impressive.
Oh, yeah, I agree.
I literally out loud said 4 times, how did he do that? I mean, I understand. I played the F1 game, all right? I understand, but dude, his overtake.
Yeah.
He was so far back after turn 1 that I thought, okay, he's not going to be able to do it.
Yeah.
I figured he would get him. Red Bull played the whole sprint like geniuses.
Yeah.
From their setup. I thought it was impressive. Did you
it's
thoroughly
pretty impressive,
enjoy it?
dog.
Did you thoroughly enjoy
when
it?
I saw it, I was ecstatic, dude. I was like a little worried though, because I was like, you got Piastri behind you, dog. Like,
I knew if
keep
Max
it together.
I knew if Max got him because of their low rear wing setup that he was going. Like I knew for the sprint he would be fine.
Yeah.
So, dude, we were so close to getting the predictions right, but it was all like screwed up.
Yeah.
Like, cause like I did the opposite of what happened.
Yeah.
Which is I said Max would get pole and then not. Anyway, so then I thought
I got pretty much everything correct except for the sprint winner.
You did.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I did not.
Yeah.
I'm saying
no,
I was
I
like, yeah. I mean, if I was going for driver of the day, so anyway, and then McLaren's 2-3, Leclerc 4, Ocon 5, Carlos 6, Ollie Behrman 7, who had a nice little subplot in Sweden apparently. Did you hear about that? Oh, you don't know about this? Okay, cool. I'll inform you and the people. So he was on a vacation in Sweden, I believe. Might have been Switzerland. I always get them flipped. I'm pretty sure it's Sweden. Oh, man. I think it's Sweden. And his girlfriend goes, hey, there's a go-kart track over here. You should go beat the record. And he goes, all right, I'll go beat the record. And he goes there. It takes him like 4 days to do it.
Oh,
He
really?
keeps going back. He's taking pieces off the cart, and he barely beats it. Then this guy goes back while he's gone and beats it again.
Oh, my gosh.
So now he's going to go back there to beat it again.
Are you serious?
Yes. And now he's like getting in contact with the guy so they can do a head-to-head situation.
He's having side quests.
He asked him to weigh so that way he would know like what their difference is and
yeah.
like all of that.
Wow.
He's like bothering him, which I understand on a deeply personal level.
Yeah.
But Dawson knows me personally. I would be this level of like I'm going back to Sweden.
This is true.
If I was an F1 driver, I would be this. So anyway, and other notable things, Kimi finished in 17th, Lewis finished in 15th, and George finished in 12th. So 0 points for all 3 of my drivers.
Yep.
And Yuki didn't get a point either, even though I felt like Yuki had a better weekend, and we'll get into it. But now into qualifying, which also broke my freaking heart. Again, after getting over it, I'm like waiting for F1 to get good for me.
Yeah.
And Lewis, by a legitimate millimeter, which is a rule break. I'm not like being a guy here being like, oh, you just keep like, no. It's 1 millimeter goes out and is P16. Now, I got multiple things to say about this. First thing, maybe not multiple. First thing, dude, Ferrari, I was already mad at them because they were pulling a Mercedes and they really only sent him out for one real lap.
Yeah.
What were they doing? Like, oh, we're Ferrari, we'll be fine. Like, did you watch sprint qualifying yesterday? First of all, Lewis got out.
Mm-hmm.
Second of all, the track evolved a lot. Like, just send him out for have a banker lap. Like, ugh.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I was like, all right, it's going to be better. And I start clicking through F1 TV Pro and I'm like skipping to the next session. And I'm like, wait a minute. I saw a bubble pop up and I go back and I was just like, you got to be kidding me.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, he's P16. And meanwhile, Kimi Antonelli was P18.
Yep.
And George was P6, which I guess I'll take, but Albon beat him. Max completely switched his rear wing in P4 and then Lando got pole. So, you didn't get that right either. You said a grand slam, but it didn't matter.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
And Leclerc got P3. So once again, the Ferrari's looking pretty good. It's just like, oh my God, like the things Lewis could have done in this race if he had started in like 8th, even 8th, which would have been like, oh, that wasn't a great qualifying, would have been like, I mean, he could have been on the podium, bro. He could have been P4 at the worst, I feel like, with the way Max wasn't able to pass Leclerc.
Mm-hmm.
P5 at the absolute worst in the race.
Yeah.
And like, ugh. So anyway, that sucked.
Yeah.
That really sucked. But it's okay because we got a Lewis Hamilton masterclass in the race and we'll talk about it. So what do you want to start with the race?
I feel like there's only a few things that actually happened in the race that matter.
Okay. Well, I've been doing a lot of talking, but I do have to tell you the thing I'm actually the most upset about the race. And that is how they freaking ran the race procedures. The FIA is a spineless organization that needed to start that race like 7 different ways than they did.
Yeah.
They completely blew how I'm very sympathetic to you have to take care of the drivers. We had an F2 death there. Like there's a lot of very important things. But like what has changed in the last 2 years that suddenly we cannot race in the rain? Like it's just not a thing. Meanwhile, go back to Silverstone 3 weeks before that, it was raining way harder with way more spray. They didn't red flag the race. They just keep going. Yeah. But if it's at the start, it's like, oh, we can't start. We cannot start.
Yeah.
Even though, so then, okay, whatever. They decide to wait. Then they do 3 laps, which is super unnecessary after they try and restart it, and then did a rolling start anyway. Like, who cares? It didn't make a difference if it's a rolling start. Yeah. It makes no difference. So that was just so frustrating. As a fan, I was just like, this is not F1. By the way, F2 ran in equal conditions the same day, and they just did it.
Yeah. And
someone died in F2, not in F1. So, like, if it's too dangerous for F1, it's too dangerous for all 3.
Yeah.
So it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. It's so inconsistent. And it's just like, we have wet weather tires. Mandate wet weather tires if you're that worried about it.
Yeah.
And they're worried about the visibility up Eau Rouge and Radeon, I know. But, like, it wasn't any better when they started. Not real. It was, like, a little better, but they still couldn't see. You watch the onboard, you're like, it's the same. Like, it makes no difference, especially if they do a rolling start. Like, especially.
Yeah.
There was no reason. It was dry on the pitch straight other than in P1, but I think they didn't do it because freaking Lando was all like, ugh, if I start in my pit box, it's going to be wet. Like, just learn how to drive in the wet, you weenie. Like, I told you, I'm really bothered by this.
Yeah.
I was angry for the first, 10 laps of the race. I was just mad about it. Or I guess 5 laps. So, anyway, and then the race starts. Lando Norris completely and utterly blows the start of the race. Let me just say. He's complaining about his battery pack, but I knew he went too early. Like, you got to understand the track layout and understand that there's the last chicane. You turn the corner, you have, no speed built up. It doesn't matter how fast you're going right before it, and then instead he drains his battery and just gets absolutely blown by Piastri. No problem. Anybody could have taken him.
Yeah.
Latifi could have taken him. If he was in P2, which I don't know how he would have been in P2.
Yeah,
but
fair.
I'm just saying Mazepin, anybody could have got him.
Yeah.
It's just the worst race start ever.
Yeah.
So anyway, enough said. I talked a lot. Well, I mean, what'd you think about all the procedures?
I was kind of just ready to get it on with. I mean, like you said, there had been worse where they started before.
Yeah, all the time.
Yeah. So I really didn't get it. I mean, it didn't seem like it was that bad compared to some other races we've seen. Even like this year.
Yeah,
where they've been racing during.
Well, like when I was at Miami, I was like, they red flagged it and did the same thing for the sprint, and I was like, they're never going to race in the rain here. They can't. It's barely raining right now.
Yeah.
Like they're never going to race it, and they're worried about the same thing: visibility on the back straight to turn 11.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if they're that worried about it. They need to put more lights on the back of the cars. Like that's the only solution. If they refuse to do this, or they need to just get rid of wet weather tires altogether. If they're worried about all this sustainability and just say we will not race in the rain, and then if it starts raining in the middle of a race, even still, you can't take that away from it.
Yeah.
Some of the greatest races that have ever been won have been won in the rain.
Yeah.
And you can't drive in these places. Like unless we're gonna have all the races in the Middle East, which even still it rained in Bahrain in testing last year. So I don't know. So I was just I can't believe it. I'm just like ashamed as a fan. Like it bothers me that bad.
Yeah, I don't know what was up with them or what is getting up with them for not wanting to do that.
Like, is it because they're listening to the drivers more and they're
complaining
complaining on the radio? Because if so, like, I don't know. I mean, I always want to say like listen to Lewis and Max, but they're two of the greatest of probably 3 wet race drivers ever.
Mm-hmm.
With Senna being the best.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Anyway. Well, tell me about someone's race. Tell me about some of your drivers before I talk about this for 45 minutes.
We'll talk about the people that I think just kind of had an okay race. For me, Lance Stroll, Mr. P14.
Yeah.
He's hovering around P13, P14 again.
Yeah, that's
I can actually just go from P14 to P10 with some of my drivers.
Okay, go ahead.
So we got P14 Lance Stroll, Yuki Tsunoda P13. I mean,
dude, my dad texted me and he said, they were saying like Yuki's more comfortable, right? And my dad texted me and said, I'm so glad Yuki's more comfortable in finishing at P13. Oh my gosh.
Hulkenberg P12 could have scored points, but he had a late stop.
Yeah, they kind of screwed Yuki on the stop, I will say, but I don't think points were happening.
Yeah. Oliver Behrman P11 and Franco Colapinto P10.
Yeah,
so got a point.
Wait.
Think he's still going to get kicked?
Wait. No, you're looking at Franco Colapinto.
Wait, no. What am I talking about?
I was say Gasly was P10.
Yeah.
Gasly
Sorry, I had
P10.
my drivers mixed up. Sorry.
Well, Gasly was P10, and I said that he was going to have a good weekend, and I would say that's a good weekend.
Yeah.
He held up the entire pack for like the whole race.
Yeah.
Where Colapinto actually finished? He finished in P19.
Yeah, sorry. I had him swapped in my notes.
Also, Hadjar, I didn't realize, but he finished P last, P20.
Yeah, he did.
I don't know how that happened. I guess they screwed up the pit stops.
I don't either. Yeah, it's
Lance is also my driver. I don't know how you.
Wait, what?
Yeah, Lance is my driver. Unless I just copied and pasted the wrong list. Lance is my driver, dog. Yeah, I remember I drafted him. It was like a whole thing. Remember, I took him over Science.
Hold on, what the heck? Okay, sorry.
Dawson just wants to win like me so bad.
Well, hey, all of those finished under the points. So
that's true.
So not really too much.
That's true. Behrman is your driver.
Behrman is my driver. Wait,
I have Ocon.
Any of the ones I've talked about? Okay, yes.
I have
Behrman's
Ocon.
My driver. Hulkenberg
is also your driver.
My driver. Tsunoda's my driver.
Yep.
So I only missed 2.
Yep.
Out of the 5 I talked about.
Well, Bortoletto scored points. So Sauber, more points for Sauber. I got a point from him. Liam Lawson, also a point.
P8, dog.
Yeah. We'll see if you keep driver merching it. I feel like Lawson doing a little bit better, maybe enough to keep his seat. What do you think?
If he's in the points,
that's enough.
Honestly.
Hadjar, whatever happened to him, man?
Right now, it's like, right now, the entire Red Bull team is, I feel like, banking on 2 people, and that's Max and Isaac.
Yeah.
Isaac is normally outperforming everyone else other than Max. Max just does better than anybody.
Yeah.
So, I think Hadjar is going to have a successful career in Red Bull if he stays.
Yeah.
If he decides to stick around.
I think
he's
so too.
actually really freaking talented.
I think so too. I hope they don't pull him up too soon.
Yeah, I agree with that. Now, I think, speaking of that, I still think they're going to stick with Yuki for a while.
I think so too.
I think at least through 2026.
through 2026.
Yeah.
To the end of 2026.
Or I don't know. I think they're gonna try this regulation stuff out. If Max just is dominating the field and Yuki Tsunoda's P18, or Checo's situation,
Yeah.
then I could see them swapping them out. But I mean, if they're both like kind of what's
this.
going on now, then why should they?
Yeah.
Until they figure out the car, why would they worry about swapping drivers, ending contracts?
Yeah.
So I mean,
well, I was gonna wait to mention it, but I guess we'll just go and talk about it. So tell me about Max's race.
yeah, Max finished P4. I mean, with how McLaren looked this weekend, and Leclerc. I mean, Ferrari looked good, but with Hamilton,
Yeah.
I mean, I was happy with P4. I was hoping he could squeeze by to get P3.
Dude, he was behind Leclerc the entire
Yeah.
time. What a dogfight they
Yeah.
had.
I was like, okay, this is actually just the best he could
Possibly
get.
do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess they made a mistake changing the wings. See, that's the other thing. You should be mad as the Red Bull fan. Okay, sorry, I'm not going to talk about this
okay.
forever, but they cannot have it to where that they would assume that they would drive in the wet because people are making setup decisions based off of the fact that they think they're going to. Yeah, completely screws Max.
Yeah,
completely screws Max. So. Yeah. Anyway, so he changed his wing to be more downforce.
Yeah.
Which was the right decision and probably also good information for next week when we go to Hungary because high downforce.
Yep.
Or higher downforce.
Yeah.
So yeah. Well, a driver that did very well, I thought, was Alex Albon, who finished in P6. And basically that's the best he probably could have done.
Yeah.
How did Sainz do?
Not great. P18.
Yeah. Sainz is P5 or P18, man.
Yeah, dude. There's no in between.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, not great.
Yeah.
Obviously not what they want, but I mean, it's at this point, it's kind of like what you said. It's either an all-out great weekend or it's just
terrible.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of just terrible, Kimi Antonelli had a terrible weekend, P16, probably the worst of his career thus far. Lewis actually went to visit him in the Mercedes hospitality, which is like a big deal because he went back to his own room and talked to him. And I thought that was cool because cool. He doesn't have to do that, So, but Kimi, I mean, he came up to the media and he had been crying, just the whole thing, man. It's just but throughout all of this. And also, I'll go and say George Russell finished P5. Mercedes, once again, you take a break at any point. I might be the only one that has this theory, but I'm 100% correct. You take any sort of break longer than 1 week off and then 2 weeks in between. Mercedes is just they might as well have never even built a car again. So anyway, George Russell P5. And I will say now that we have exited the part of the season, seems like Max is staying at Red Bull. How do you feel about that?
Yeah, I mean, happy. I don't have to buy new merch. I will have to buy a new hat that doesn't say number 1 on it, probably.
Yep.
So not looking forward to that. That's the only number I've ever cheered for him as number 1.
Oh, that's not true. You watched 2021, right?
Yeah, but I wasn't in it like I was 2022.
Yeah, that's true.
That 21 was my introductory year.
Yeah.
Well,
Max is a considerable way. He's 80 something points, 81 points behind.
Yeah, I don't really see the McLarens dropping that pace too much by the end of the year. I mean, they'd have to royally screw up something, and Red Bull would also have to drastically improve.
Yeah.
I don't see both of those happening.
He's gonna keep picking off some wins here and there, but I'm relieved. So I think they'll keep George and Kimi. I mean, Kimi's not making it easy right now, but yeah, so pretty much what we have left is Lewis and the 2 McLarens. So let me talk about Lewis for a second. So Lewis completely pitted at the right time and shotgunned all the way up to he was P8. He overtook Liam, but he had been making amazing and entertaining overtakes the whole time. He made more overtakes than anybody and it's easy when you start in the back, but not easy, but he just drove an amazing in the wet. It was like a classic, But once again, it made me feel like, oh man, if they had done this when he started in 8th, what could have happened?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he might have been leading the race for a little bit, and then the McLarens would have got him. But he might have anything could have happened. So I don't know. It's just depressing, but it was amazing to watch. So I was very entertained by what Lewis did.
Mm-hmm.
Finished P7. They had to tell him to friggin' lift and coast the rest of the race. So he could never get close to Albon, which is what's going on with this car, man?
Yeah.
Oh, man, Ferrari. So, and then McLaren, Oscar Piastri won after Lando choked, as we talked about.
Yeah, pretty much.
Lando seemed fine, though. I think he's consigned himself to be like, I'm probably gonna lose this championship.
Yeah, dude. I saw it was so I didn't watch the race till late Sunday night, but because I was out of town. But before I left to head back home, I looked at my phone because the race was live, and I just wanted to see how, because I knew it wasn't over. It was pretty early on, and I saw the gap from Piastri to Norris, and then from Norris to Leclerc.
Yeah,
I was like,
whoa.
I was like, it was lap 14 or 15, and I'm like, dang, this is just over.
Yeah,
unless something crazy happens. But I was like, dang, if it stays and they race the remainder of this race, Piastri's, yeah. I was like, good. I mean, the gap, it was half the track ahead.
Yeah, it was insane, dude. And he did close it down because they tried a different thing. And I am enjoying the fact that McLaren is starting to feel very confident that they've won the constructors. I mean, at this point, it would take something just catastrophic. I mean, I need to do the math, but they got to have it clinched by. I mean, Lando Norris alone has scored more points than Ferrari, who is in P2. So, I mean, they have to be within 5 or 6 races of just having it completely locked. But you can tell the teams are starting to go. The two teams within McLaren are starting to go against each other because Lando's race engineer is like, "Do you want a hard tire? Do you want a hard tire? We can do it. We can try it." He was trying to think of something crazy to do.
Yeah.
And so hopefully that will be entertaining. The fight for P2 is very entertaining. It seems like Red Bull is basically in P4 at this point.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, with that said, Dawson, who do you think your winner and loser is of this race?
Winner. I mean, honestly, Lawson, because he's had a stint of bad.
I'll give him that.
So for him to get some points, maybe it's I'm hoping it's that upward trajectory that he needs. Loser is probably going to be Sainz, to be honest. I mean,
yeah.
I mean, if I'm talking teams, I mean, I don't know. Red Bull just overall kind of had half the people did good, half the people did really bad.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Yeah, I'd say loser. I'm gonna give it to everybody I cheer for. Mercedes, Lewis, Kimi especially.
Yeah.
At least Lewis had some fireworks and got some points back.
Yeah.
Winner, man, I'm gonna go Max Verstappen. Okay. I feel like he really shined. He really showed, what he can do in both situations.
Yeah.
Anytime, I feel like my metric is, did they do the best they possibly could have done? And I would say Max did the best he possibly could have done in every session of this weekend, and he's the only one. Because Piastri should have got pole all of it.
Yeah.
Piastri should have won every race, and Max should not have, and did the best he possibly could in every race. That would be my metric. So,
gotcha.
Yeah, that's about it. Be sure to come back for our predickies that are predictions.
Oh my gosh.
And preview of the Hungarian Grand Prix, which will be later this week. And then we're getting on to summer break, and it's going to be the long drought of lack of F1.
Yep.
And then Mercedes will come back with an F3 car, so it'll be great. So, yeah, that's about it. We'll talk to you guys later.
Peace.
Bye.